Hey guys, this is Manindra and welcome to the third tutorial on Certified Ethical Hacking series. So in this video we're looking at the types of attacks on the system. So without any ado, let's get started. So there are four types of different attacks that happens on a system when we consider any target. So there are operating system level attacks and misconfiguration attacks, application level attacks, and shrink wrap code attacks. So we'll just take a look into all these four types. So operating system attacks are the attacker search for the vulnerabilities that are available onto the system. So like for example, if your operating system is vulnerable to buffer overflow, they will exploit, or any bugs or unpatched OS, any kind of vulnerabilities that are available. Those are available with any target, so that can be exploited. So these are operating system level attacks. So and misconfiguration attacks, like if your web server are poorly configured, or any kind of servers like database server, that access is given to every people, instead of the people that are only authorized to operate the database, instead of giving the access to those people, if you give an access to each and everyone who are accessing the server, I mean, like every web server has a backend database server, so these kind of things. So if you given any authorized no, I mean, there is no authorization that is being performed, whether the authorized person is accessing the database or not, then these things will happen. So these attacks purely based on the configuration you make. So application level attacks, and these are like application based on the application you are using. Like for example, if you are using web application, so if it is the data is not being sanitized before any data that is being sent into the server, that should be sanitized. So if there is no sanitation that is being performed, then that is vulnerable for XSS or SQL injection when we get into the login forms, XSS any kind of form. So these kind of things. So these comes under application level attacks, for example DOS. And shrink wrap code is like for example, consider a WordPress application. You are running a WordPress on your website, and the default username password for WordPress is admin and admin. The username is admin and the password is also admin. So when we consider those things, if we didn't change the default username and password, that can be vulnerable for that. And the default login page is wp-login.php, like any kind of your domain.com/wp-login.php. You can change that URL for security purposes. This will it will just add just a gate for the attacker, because he have to find the login page. If you didn't change that URL, that you are like one step back. So that's not the main thing. If you change the default username and password and add like limited login attempts from same IP address, then that can add some security to you. So it's all based on that. So these are the four types of attacks, different types of attacks on a system, and we will also discuss each and everything further deeply. And don't forget to subscribe. Stay with me. Thanks for watching, and this is Manindra Simhadri signing off.